Kamen Rider Zi-O has been going in full force recently with its many rider cameos and crazy suit designs, and I think that if you can look past all the crazy time travel shenanigans that makes no sense, it can actually be really enjoyable. I've definitely been enjoying it. For such a lighthearted series though, there is one decent mystery in it that has gained a lot of theories, and that mystery is the identity of Oma Zi-O, the supposed future Sogo Tokiwa. It seems too simple to everyone for this character to simply be revealed as an evil future Sogo, especially with how his character has been presented, so there is a lot of speculation on the true identity of Oma Zi-O. Today, I'm going to look at all the characters that have been presented to us in the show so far and try to figure out which one is really Oma Zi-O. Sogo is obviously the most accused of being Oma Zi-O since he is, well, Kamen Rider Zi-O. Oma Zi-O even looks like it could be a final form, which makes sense when you consider that it's from 50 years in the future. Sogo and Oma also believe it's their destiny to be king, and Oma Zi-O even has a freaking statue of Sogo's first transformation. There's a lot of things that line up here for Sogo to become the Demon King, but there's also a lot that just goes against Sogo becoming him as well. The main reason is that our current Sogo just doesn't seem like the kind of person who would become Oma Zi-O even after 50 years. The Demon King seems cunning, intelligent, and pure evil, while Zi-O is very trusting and naive most of the time. There are a few times when Sogo seems to just be playing us all for fools and knows more than he is letting on. However, Sogo just doesn't seem that set to become the Demon King, and not only that, but it would be more interesting story-wise if someone else became Oma Zi-O than the obvious contender. Gates is also a high contender for becoming Oma Zi-O. This is mostly because he shares the cunning, determination, and general behavior and kind of feel of Oma Zi-O that we don't really see in Sogo. The colors of Oma Zi-O's suit are also inverted from Gates's, and the forehead has weird circles in it that are very similar to the Gates symbol that is also on the Gates suit forehead. Gates also, strangely enough, possesses the drive and ghost ride watches before the series begins, and it hints at him already having erased Kamen Riders from time, and possibly furthering any evil goals he has that we don't know about. However, once again, that's about it for Gates. He came to the present to stop Oma Zi-O, and while it would be a fun twist of irony for him to become the person he came to stop, it honestly just doesn't seem that likely. Tsukiyomi is the least likely out of the main three that we have so far. She also came to stop Oma Zi-O, but she didn't even come to kill him unlike Gates. She came to try and make Zi-O a force for good. There's nothing really going for Oma Zi-O being Tsukiyomi. She does seem to have a connection to the Time Jackers, but judging from the fact that we haven't seen her show friendliness towards them at all, it's safe to assume that that connection is in the past. Nothing about Tsukiyomi lines up with the Demon King, so it's safe to say that there's a good chance she won't become it. Our three main characters do have one thing going for them that I haven't mentioned yet, and that's the fact that Oma Zi-O doesn't kill Tsukiyomi and Gates in the first episode, so it could be that because they were one of these three, they don't want to kill them in the future.
And don't tell me it's because she's a girl, because if Zi-O was speculated to be a girl before the series even started, and Oma Zi-O can be as well.
Sogo's uncle has been speculated to be Oma Zi-O, and it's just for the meme, honestly. It'd be kind of dumb if they made him the evil overlord as well, because he's not a character at all at this point, so yeah, he's not Oma Zi-O, I'm sorry. Waz is a fan favorite, so many have also theorized him to be the true identity of Oma Zi-O as well, of course. But he doesn't really seem that up and running for the role though, just because of his personality. Waz seems more interested in making Sogo the Demon King, not himself. Pretty much everything he does in the show is for the benefit of Sogo becoming this evil future self, or in some cases just to benefit Sogo in general. He hasn't really acted evil at all, and his only malicious ambition is just to place an extremely evil overlord in power. Especially with Waz referring to Sogo as his overlord all the time, it would be strange if he himself is the overlord he's speaking of. Unless Waz is simply buttering up Sogo to make him believe he will become Oma Zi-O, have him collect all the ride watches, and then Waz will swoop in, take all the watches, and with all this power, he becomes Oma Zi-O. It would certainly fit in with the rider loses most of his forms cliche that has been used a lot recently, It would provide an interesting twist, but at this moment was just more proof that Sogo is destined to become Oma Zi-O. Now, the Time Jackers' potential is interesting. They are the villains of the show, so it makes sense that they'd create the big boss that we have of the series. Except for the fact that the Time Jackers are trying to create a new king for the future that isn't Oma Zi-O. Basically, a different evil overlord, hence why they're still villains and not allies. So there's no reason why one of them would become Oma Zi-O, right? Well, as we know, the Time Jackers create another rider that they basically tell what to do in the hopes that they become the new king, one that is under their control. So what if they attempt to do this to Sogo? We know it's not out of the realm of possibilities for a common rider to become another rider that's different from them, and we have seen that the Jackers have different variants of another riders. Some are mindless monsters, others have free will but are stuck capturing others, and some even retain the monster powers in human form and act with free will. What if we see Sogo, for whatever reason, have to form a contract with Aura, or Schwartz, and as such, he falls under their control? Possibly to save Tsukuyomi, Gates, or maybe his uncle from death? Or maybe Sogo is brainwashed under the Jacker's influence when he becomes another rider, which is why he creates a shrine to himself and still believes he is destined to be king. Whatever the cause, I think that there's a big possibility for the Time Jackers to have a big hand in the creation of Oma Zi-O.
This is only really here because I've seen so many people mention this that I feel like I have to address it since it has some credibility, but I don't really believe it that much.
The eye shape of Oma Zi-O, and base Zi-O for that matter, has been pointed out to be similar to the infamous Shocker eagle crest. This then creates this theory that Oma Zi-O is really Shocker, or that he has some relation to Shocker. I think that would be cool for the final big bad of the Heisei era to be the original big bad of the entire Kamen Rider series, but honestly this series is just kinda like the internet becoming that Shocker meme. Shocker doesn't really have any presence in any of the Heisei era shows, and at this point he's usually just reserved for crossovers, so making it our final big bad is just kind of out of nowhere and would even be a repeat of certain Riders shows that I won't mention for spoiler reasons. But I mean, come on, of course it's going to be Shocker. Why wouldn't it be Shocker? It just makes so much damn sense. So yeah, that's my look at all the main characters in Zi-O and the probability of each of them becoming Oma Zi-O. There are certainly a lot of crazy theories out there and a lot of possibilities for the identity of Oma Zi-O. I personally believe that a brainwashed Sogo is the most likely possibility, but as I've shown in this video, there are definitely a lot more. Let me know your own theories for the Demon King's identity down in the comments and on Discord and Twitter, and let me know if you would like to see me revisit this topic later on in the show when we get more characters and information. And for more Kamen Rider videos, please consider hitting that big fat subscribe button, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.